you. Next, we're going to have Alyssa Hayes, who's a nuclear engineer student at the University of Tennessee.
Hello, thank you so much to Chairman Rita, to Vice Chairman Davis, as well as Representative Evans for all of your work on this. And thank you also to Republican spokesperson Wheeler. I received my bachelor's degree in nuclear engineering from the University of Illinois in 2019, and I am now working on my PhD in nuclear engineering at the University of Tennessee, but my family and I still live in Gurnee, Illinois. I also would like to thank, lastly, Representative Butler for all of your support on this issue in particular. Now, I have spent my entire life living in the state of Illinois. When I was born in 1997, my family lived in Waukegan, just 10 minutes away. Zion Nuclear Power Plant was prematurely decommissioned in 1998 because it could not compete in a market that favors natural gas growth and not carbon-free nuclear energy. The plant employed about 680 workers and more during outages. It provided more than $19 million in tax revenue to the community annually. To compensate for this loss of tax revenue, tax rates in Zion increased, making it harder for other businesses in the area and discouraging new businesses from taking root there. Once I reached school age, my parents made the choice to move one town west to Gurnee, where we still live today. They wanted to ensure that I would attend a better school system, as the schools in Eastern Lake County were still reeling from the loss of property tax revenue. This economic disaster had long-lasting effects. Even today, Zion Benton High School still spends about $3,000 less per student than neighboring schools such as Grays Lake North and Central. I do not want to see these same mistakes repeated in Byron and Dresden. These nuclear plants are pillars of their local communities through their tax dollars, but also through the spirit of volunteerism within many of their employees. When massive industrial plants of any kind close, suddenly it causes severe damage to the local economy. I witnessed this with Zion, right where I grew up, and we cannot let the same mistakes befall Byron and Dresden. I support provisions in this bill to aid communities of all kinds after a large power plant closes, not just nuclear power plants, but also fossil fuel power plants, coal mining industries. So this also includes the provision of $15 per kilogram of spent nuclear fuel stored in Zion to that local community. All of these things are provisions that help to protect communities in the case that a plant does close. However, obviously it is easier in the case of Byron and Dresden to keep them open, but I will get to that. For the same reasons, I also support the added requirement that Illinois coal plants reduce emissions by 45% by 2035, rather than just having provisions to completely shut them down at some point, because a gradual reduction in coal generation allows coal-dependent communities in Southern Illinois to adjust and prepare over time. And this requirement is also one that is problem-centered. Our goal here is to reduce carbon emissions in a manner that is achievable, and not just to create these magic numbers of we are going to shut down coal plants by this year without any kind of gradual timeline as to how we plan to do so. And this brings me to the final point, which is decarbonization. Right now, 87% of Illinois' carbon-free electricity generation comes from our nuclear power capacity. Of that 87%, 31% comes from Byron and Dresden stations alone. If these plants were to shut down, 1/3 of our carbon-free electricity will be replaced with what is mostly fossil fuels, what is mostly natural gas. And once a nuclear plant is shut down, that decision cannot be reversed. There is no going back on this, and we are running very short on time. I know that there have been a lot of negotiations and probably will continue to be a lot of negotiations in the next couple of days. And I also know that neither this bill or whatever bill comes out of the next few days worth of negotiations is going to be considered perfect by anybody. I'm also not naive. I recognize that this is going to have to be a compromise for everybody involved, but we cannot afford to take steps backward on our decarbonization goals, because Illinois is positioned to be a leader in low carbon energy production for this nation. And we must save Byron and Dresden by rewarding them for their zero carbon generation. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for allowing me to speak with you today.
Electric agency, the co-ops.